If you smell what the bird is barbecuing.
G'day jabronis, it is the Bird, back with you again for, what is this, week 7 of the Pokemon Masters Cup. I apologize for this being up late, guys. Currently I am working 60 plus hours a week, and I just don't really have as much time as I used to edit and upload this. However, normally now I'm going to try and smash out my battles on the weekend and get them up and get them sorted and edited. It was just, last weekend was really hectic, I got sick, it wasn't fun, but I should be all fixed after this week, so apologies for that. But anyway, we are currently 4-2, sitting okay I guess, up against the Montreal Monfernos and Lucatini. We're good mates, and I appreciate him. He's a cool guy. Kind of brought a bit of a fun team. Like literally, I didn't really have much time to prep for these guys. I was just very rushed and whipped together some stuff that I thought might be really good for this matchup, and kind of went with it. So for this matchup, my basic game plan, looking into it, was okay. I'm gonna try and hazard stack and shut down his ways of removal. And also just kind of shut down his team in general. Basically, I had the Aurora Veil on Ninetales, pretty kind of standard moves. I had Encore again, just because Encore is such a really good move in this matchup. It shuts down Tailglow and Manaphy, shuts down like Golbat. If Golbat wants to lock itself into, if it doesn't want to go for an attacking move, I can just lock it into any other move. I have, I believe, the Hidden Power Ground for Heatran, so it's Freeze Dry plus AP Ground with my moveset here to catch that trend, so yeah, that was really nice. I believe I was a Scarfed Hydreigon. Yes, very confident I was a Scarfed Hydreigon, just because I wanted a bit of speed on my team to be able to outpace and kill some things. I was a physically defensive Cobberry Gourgeist. Basically, he had 2 forms of hazard removal on his team, being the Golbat and the Donphan. So my basic plan with Gourgeist was to prevent the Donphan from spinning, as it seemed more likely for a spinning Donphan than for Golbat. I just feel like Golbat in this matchup was a bit iffy, but he did bring it. But I did have kind of plans for it. My Nidoqueen is actually quite a interesting set this week. It is Stealth Rock, Toxic Spikes, Taunt, and Super Fang. Basically, I'm running enough speed to outpace like min speed Golbat. It will also allow me to shut down things like P2, which is really nice, because like getting up T-Spikes and Rocks and then being able to shut down P2 like a lot with me not being able to recover or anything like that, and then also shutting down Golbat not being able to roost or default is really nice. It's also good to catch things like Heatran, I guess, and like Donphan to prevent them from getting up Rocks is kind of cool. I got AV Blastoise just because it is kind of my best Manaphy check. I don't know if he's going to expect it and just go for another Tailglow, but I was like, you know what, I got enough offensive pressure on Manaphy, not a big deal. Plus this also deals with most Lando and Heatran sets just fine, so that was all good. Then finishing the team off, we had Fire MZ Blaziken, but it was Fire MZ with Overheat. Basically I had Protect, Knock Off, Overheat, and High Jump Kick, which could like clean through his team. But regardless, let's hop into this match. Best of luck, Blue. Why isn't it showing up on here? I really hope that's showing. I think it should be by now. I'm hoping it has. Sorry about that. I had some issues there. But at least P2 I lead Ninetales. There's a very good chance he's going to try and poison me turn 1. My Aurora Veil is incredibly important. I don't really mind getting poisoned too badly. It's not a huge detriment. Not really a big deal in the long run, but he is actually going to end up missing. Quite fortunate for me, but at the same time, like, in the long run, I don't think it was incredibly pivotal. I did have a lot of answers for P2 on this team, as you're going to see, because I can go into the Nidoqueen, because the Aurora Veil is up. This analytic boosted Tri-Attack is actually going to do literally 0. It's going to basically heal me, which is nice. At this point I realized that like Porygon 2 can't do that, and I don't want to go for the Taunt just yet, because there's no real point. He's not weak enough to where Taunt would be that useful, so I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rocks. I know he could probably like Ice Beam or try attacking me again, regardless, because I am especially defensive Nidoqueen. Neither can really threaten me too badly. kind of take them on. As you can see, an Ice Beam in the Hail does absolutely nothing to me. Barring freezes, we are in a really strong spot, because now what I can just do is go for my T-Spikes, which against a lot of his team can really wear them down, which is great. As at this point, I am just going to go for that T-Spike. I actually go for Super Fang and missed. Yeah, the reason I went for Super Fang there, now I remember, it's a null and void because he went for Recover. But the reason why I went for Super Fang on that turn was because I expected another attacking move. I was then going to follow that up with a Taunt. Felt that was probably my best overall play, was Super Fanging to either weaken something that came in, or to halve the Porygon 2's HP as it kept on attacking me, and then follow that up with the Taunt to keep it at a reasonably low amount of HP, meaning it wouldn't really be an issue for my Hydreigon. But I am just going to choose to go for my T-Spikes now. At this point, I don't really lose much from it. The Aurora Veil is meaning that I don't take that much from the P2 at all. I'm going to be chilling at about half health right now, and I'm just like trying to piece together like what I want to do here. I decided to make a switch, so I decided actually to go out to my Blaziken. The reason for this is because I don't feel like he's going to try attack. I feel if anything he's either going to Ice Beam, or potentially maybe go for another cheeky Recover, so I felt pretty safe going into Blaziken. Plus, because Aurora Veil was up, was no big deal. I have the Overheat in case I get frozen, but this is no better time than any to just drop a knockoff on his team. He does go into the Donphan, which obviously is not going to take rocks with the T-Spikes, which is really nice, and I can just go straight for the knockoff here. I was very tempted to just click the Z Overheat here, because I knew it would take out Donphan, but looking at the rest of his team, I kind of want to preserve the Z Overheat for the Landorus. Since my other two moves are knockoff plus I Jump Kick, being able to go for Z Overheat to knock that thing straight out would be great, so I'm going to make the double here into my Gourgeist, just because it's the smarter play for me to just go into this thing, as even if he wants to go for a knock, obviously I not only have the Cobra, but the fact that I believe my Aurora Veil is still up means that that's going to do absolutely nothing to me. He's going to be about half health now from the poison, so I'm in a really good spot. The Aurora Veil wears off, but I'm in a really strong spot here. He can't really do much with Donphan, it's already below half and weakened, as he's going to go into his Beatbox, which is obviously the Heatran. I was a little bit apprehensive about Heatran, I didn't know exactly what set he was going to be, but I do just try and drop a Leech Seed. Unfortunately I do miss. That would be really nice to hit, because it could have meant I went out to Blastoise a lot safer, but regardless I can just go into Blastoise. Even if he does Magma Storm trap me, I can take the Z Solar Beam because of my Assault Vest. He's going to go for a Toxic here. He does hit it as well, so Talent Squad. I was very tempted to drop a Mirror Code on him right now, but I decided my better play might be the Earthquake, because I am packing it for this Heatran, just in case. You never know when you're going to need it. He is going to withdraw though, and I was like, dang, it could have been really good. I think I was also considering just going for a Scald. I may have clicked Scald actually, in hindsight. And I do click Earthquake, I was right. This battle happened a while back, it's just been very limited time to be able to edit this all together. At this point I was thinking like Scald might be the play, but at the same time, like I said, my plan was if he does go for Defog, to Encore him into Defog. So I'm just going to go hard into my Ninetales here. Get out that Hail again, get a bit more chip going on this EVO like Golbat. Keep it weakened. And he's actually going to choose the Super Fang, and he does connect with his Super Fang. If I was poisoned, I guess this would be a little bit more fortuitous for him. I'd be at a bit lower health. What I could do here, obviously, is just Encore him into this move, but I figured he might predict that and try and hard switch. So I'm just going to drop another Aurora Veil, just in case maybe he wanted to switch out here. But he chooses to stay in and go for Roost. At this point, I could just Encore him into Roost, which is a very tempting prospect at this point of the game. And right now, I'm just thinking of as like ways that I can kind of beat this Golbat, like ways that I want to beat it. As he is going to withdraw this turn though, like I was kind of tempted just to spam Freeze Dry. If I was Toxic, I probably wouldn't have spammed it as much, but I still would have had outs to the Golbat. As I'm just going to drop a Freeze Dry here in the Hail boost, and that is going to easily knock out a Donphan. So we do get the first kill of the game, taking out Donphan here. So Stone Cold's been putting in a bit of work lately. It's been a pretty solid one for us. He's going to get back in the Heatran. Now, I could obviously go for the HP Ground, but after the calcs, like, if he has some bulk put in him, he might be able to live it. So it's like not a risk I'm willing to take at this point. I'm just going to go out to my Blaziken, because the Aurora Veil is up, so no matter what he does, even if it's an Earth Power, I can take it. He does choose to go for the Flamethrower though, and obviously we can take that incredibly fine. Like a freaking snack wrap. At this point, I felt that knockoff was my best play. I didn't want to risk high jump kick missing at this point of the battle, and I knew that an earth power could kill me. And I actually felt like he might want to switch out, but he didn't choose to switch at all. He turns out he was Choppal, so he was kind of preparing for this Blaziken. As the earth power doesn't really do that, like, it does a good amount, but that's under Aurora Veil. I can take that, get my speed boost up quite nicely. I was tempted to run Phytanium Z because obviously then I could go for Z high jump kick and just easily knock out Manaphy. But at the same time, I don't regret the Z overheat. For things like the Donphan and Landorus, it was really solid, especially like a physically defensive Donphan. It was really good. Even physically defensive Golbat was really nice. Just gotta watch out for the Eviolite. As he does go back into Golbat now, I was obviously very, very tempted to click knockoff here because I felt like he was either going to Roost or go for Brave Bird. They were basically the two options that I saw this thing going for, was a Roost or a Brave Bird. I choose to go into Ninetales, not necessarily as a sack, it's more as a pressure mon, because if he does choose to go for Brave Bird, it probably doesn't kill me from here, and then I can just pressure him with Freeze Drive potentially, and that's going to leave him being quite weakened at this point, if he does choose to go for this. So he does. We are able to take it, as I said. Now, again, like I said, if we were poisoned, probably would have been dead by now, but, you know, we did get a bit fortunate there. So Golbat's at half health. Basically, we can pressure it really easily here with Ninetales. Drop that Freeze Ray on him. It won't be able to knock him out, but it does get off a considerable amount of damage here, as he's going to knock out a Brave Bird. And the important thing is that basically put Golbat in range of where it's going to die to Stealth Rocks, if he does choose to switch. So basically, all I realistically need to do is send in a mon that can kill Golbat, and we will be all good from there. Literally just anything on my team that wants to just come in and pick off this Golbat. And I choose for it to be my Blaziken, just because I want Blaziken to kind of clean through his team. That would be, you know, ideal. As I do just drop a knockoff and I get rid of his Golbat. So I'm like, sweet. It's looking really good. We're in a really strong position now. I am going to get buffeted by the Hail, so I'm kind of running low a little bit on HP. That did 9, which means that I've got maybe like 2 turns left if the Hail is up before I die. So I've got to, you know, obviously use these turns. Well, he goes in with Landorus. Now, I knew Z Overheat had a chance to kill, but I wasn't exactly keen to risk it at this point. I just felt that maybe it wasn't my best play, as he does go to Manaphy. Now, I make a pretty good read here of the fact that I could have gone for the Z Overheat. Felt like it wasn't the best play. I actually go for the Protect, and it works out great because he goes in Manaphy. Now, obviously I get buffeted by the Hail, so you might be questioning why I did that. But at the same time, the reason why I did that was because if that was a Scarfed Landorus, he would have outsped my Blaziken, so by protecting, then I could have dropped the, then I could have gone for the Z Overheat to knock out Landorus. So that was kind of why I did that. I knew Z Overheat would knock it out, but if he was Scarfed, then I would lose Blaziken, so I wanted to play it smart. I'm going to play it smart here too, knowing that obviously Blaziken's not going to be able to knock out this Manaphy. I'm going to go into my Scarfed Hydreigon because I fully expected Manaphy to want to go for Scald, just something like that, safe play, but he does go for Ice Beam. It makes a lot of sense actually now looking back on it that he go for Ice Beam, just because I had Gourgeist in the back, which made a lot of sense to come into this point, so yeah, that was kind of unfortunate on my part, but basically all he has left is, I believe, Manaphy, Porygon 2, and Landorus. So Porygon 2 is going to come in, and I was kind of considering like what I want to do, but the best thing is like Porygon 2 comes in, takes rocks, takes the Toxic. That's just really, really nice. Chip damage, and I do predict the switch and go for a U-turn here. This gives me a lot of momentum, obviously, at this point of the game. And what I'm going to choose to do is go to Blaziken, because at this point I know the game is basically won. Manaphy is in range now of High Jump Kick. Landorus, as I said, is in range of the Z Overheat, so all I realistically need to do is hit this High Jump Kick, and the game is won. But of course, in classic Blaziken fashion, we're going to miss, and that's going to make life just slightly harder. It's really annoying that we missed. Like, it would have been really nice to be able to, you know, take advantage of that, but I see my opportunity to kind of reveal my full Nidoqueen set to this guy. I mean, that was kind of the idea. It was kind of revealing this really cool Nidoqueen set. Obviously going for the taunt here because we don't need no Porygons recovering on us. As he can't go for recover, so that's great. Now the Porygon 2 is basically rendered not necessarily useless, but weakened to the point where it's not going to be a major threat to my team. I can just drop Super Fang and then kill it even further, so it's really nice to me. I'm going to go for the Super Fang. I do connect this time. Really wish I connected the first time. Would have really come in a lot more clutch. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. He's going to drop an Ice Beam, and that isn't going to knock us out. It's going to get very, very close to knocking us out here. At this point, and Porygon is going to take that extra bit of Toxic, and I was kind of contemplating just leaving China alive and going after something else since he wasn't taunted, but I decided to go for a second layer of T-Spikes. Reason being is because I was more than happy sacking off Nidoqueen, because his last two were Landorus and Manaphy, two things that could easily just set up on Nidoqueen. I didn't want that thing sticking around getting set up on, so I decided to sack it off here. Made a lot more sense in the long run. Yes, it's not as good for differential, but at the same time I was never going to be using Nidoqueen in the end game, so I just felt like it was a smarter play instead of letting someone take an analytic boosted move. So I'm going to go to Hydreigon because I know I'm Scarfed. And the only fear, I guess, is like Scarfed Landorus, which he does go into here. And I'm a little bit apprehensive. I'm like, this could be Scarfed. That's not really good if it is. He can drop a Focus Blast on me. That would not be great. So I decided to kind of try and predict that and go into Blast. So I was expecting maybe him to want to go for the Focus Blast of the U-turn, but no, he goes for Rock Polish, and I'm like, oh, okay, you're this set, so that's kind of scary. But at the same time, I am a Blastoise. Even if he hits me like on the physical or special side, I should be able to eat it up, and I can just fire off a Scald. So he is going to be a special Landorus. Goes to the Earth Power. As you can see, Assault Vest Blastoise comes clutch there, taking that hit like a champion. I can fire off a Scald and get off a huge amount of damage on this Landorus. At this point, I realize that it's basically game, because what I can do with Ryback is basically just click Scald. If he goes into Manaphy and Beer, I can just weaken that further. And if he kills me here with Lando, it's basically checkmate, because of Gourgeist being in the back, the fact that Gourgeist can just come in here on Lando and just drop a Shadow Sneak. He has no reason to switch out Lando and preserve it, as he will just drop. It turns out he was Life Orb, no wonder it did so much to my Blastoise. But then again, I was able to tank it, but Gourgeist can just drop a Shadow Sneak here and just pick off the Landorus, all good and well. And all that is left on my opponent's team is this Manaphy. Like I said, it is poisoned. It is chilling at about, I would say, 60% health right now. So what I can just do here quite safely is drop Seed Bombs. He goes for a sub, maybe predicting the Synthesis, but I have no reason to risk at this point. I click Seed Bomb because Ice Beam can't kill me in one shot, and Seed Bomb just weakens it to the point where Scarfed Hydreigon can kill it if I need it to. But fortunately for me, I did not need Scarfed Hydreigon to kill it this time around, as he did go for the sub, trying to be cheeky, predicting me, because obviously maybe he was like sub Salac, I don't know. Well, I mean, I think he'd be pretty close to Salac range right now, but regardless, he's going to go for the Ice Beam, and as you're going to see, if he clicked 2 Ice Beams instead of going for the sub, probably would have knocked out my Gourgeist, but beggars can't be choosers. That was his choice to make, and we are going to be able to knock him out with the Seed Bomb here, so we end up actually getting the W, which was kind of wild, because I mean, I didn't really take much time into building this team, but it's still putting in a lot of work, so that was really cool. But yeah, your Tampa Bay Frogadiers, we get a nice clean 3-0 victory. I believe it was 3. Was it 3-0 or 4-0? Let me see. Blastoise was dead, Blaziken was dead, Nidoqueen was dead. I believe, yeah, it was a 3-0 victory, because Ninetales had not died. No, did Ninetales die? I think Ninetales, yeah, I let Ninetales die. So it was a 2-0 win for us. Gourgeist and Hydreigon just kind of cleaning up late game was pretty much inevitable just with the way that was played, but good game, Blue. Did enjoy it. Go check out his channel. I will link it obviously in the description below. But yeah, it was a really fun match. If Blaziken didn't miss that high jump kick, I would have probably won 5-0, but then I had to sack off Blastoise and Nidoqueen when I didn't really need to. Like, it was just kind of unfortunate there, but that is going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Really sorry for the quality of this one. It will be better in the future, but I'm just very, very tired. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name is The Bird, and I'm out this pitch.